Yo, hello. How are you all? How's it going? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all of those things, wherever you may be. I just wanted to say, sorry, I just checked this is right. Yeah, there we go. So, hey, what's going on? How's it going? Long time no see. It's been since Christmas. I haven't done anything like this since Christmas time. Took a little bit of time off to clear my head. I just wanted to say to all of my friends in LA, I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. It's terrible what happened over there. Absolutely shocking. And I just hope that you're all safe and everything's, you haven't lost anyone or anything like that. Please be safe. Please be cool. Please look after each other. Don't turn it political. It's not about that. It's about humanity. It's just about being humans and looking after each other. So let's try and do that, shall we? Welcome back. Long time no see. You know the drill. How's it? This is it. Japan Camera Hunter JCH. Ask me anything. I put a schedule out for people to come and check it out. So and we'll get into it shortly. I'm also going to mention that. I've got a few items here that I'm going to give away. This isn't one of them. I'm not going to give you an F6. Sorry, doesn't work that way. But I have got some other stuff which is really cool, and we're going to organise a giveaway. I'm announcing it here. So let's get right into it. Film Forania, very good question. Now, I had a chat with Film Forania last year. I say last year, it was the middle of last year. A chap called Silvio, who was running Film Forania, and they'd had a really tough time, and he wanted to clear the air about some of the things that were being said, and he asked me if I could help him, and I said, I'd be more than happy to, because I was involved with the very, very original Kickstarter back in the day, and I pushed it very hard. And then nothing came of it, and I got a bit upset, and I needed some clarification of what happened because I put my name to that, and turns out that he wasn't involved with that. It was some other people. I'm not going to mention any names because that would get me into trouble, but it was some other people that were involved with that, particularly the American faction of Forania, and the money wasn't spent the way it was meant to be spent. The money kind of, from what I gathered, pretty much sort of frittered away into thin air. And Silvio was left holding a bag, which was a very big one, very expensive one. And he was desperate to try and sort of say, we really want to continue making Forania. We need people's help. We don't want to ask for money. We just want people to buy the product. And I really like their film. The film that they were putting out, I think I've got a roll in here. Yeah, P33. This stuff is fantastic. I absolutely love this. And there was another one as well. I can't remember what it's called. Really, really great film. And I wanted more people to shoot it. But now their website's gone. And they've gone quiet on social media. And I haven't been able to sort of raise anybody there. I'm still trying, so I'm going to try and find out as much information as I can and certainly pass it on to people and let you know what's going on. But right off the bat, very good question, Film Forania. Thank you for that. Jaden, what's up, mate? How's it going? G'day, Happy New Year. Currently staring down the barrel of a cyclone heading my way this week. Oof. Mate, yeah, no fun. I've been there. I mean, we have the typhoons here in Japan and the earthquakes, yada yada. So it's and poor old America with their wildfires and their floods and their hurricanes, and well, it seems like the world's just getting a bit more wild, isn't it? We love JCH from Lewis, California. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you're safe. I hope everybody is safe. I hope if there's people that need help, you can give it to them. It's a community, and everybody's got to stick together, and you'll get through this. But thank you, and my love to everybody in California. I miss you guys a lot. I wish I could come there. I was planning to come to Cali for the book. I was gonna do the book thing in California. In case you haven't got a copy, please go and buy a copy. Japan Camera Hunter, my book. film camera zen. You can get it on Amazon and all of the usual places. Please do go and grab a copy. It would mean a real lot to me because I've got to get them sold. Yes, I was going to come to Cali. That was the plan in around March, April sort of time. Probably looks like that's not going to happen now because of what's happened in LA. Because LA was pretty much one of my main stops. I was going to go to LA, San Francisco, maybe Seattle, probably New York, and maybe a couple of other places if I could, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So, and I don't want to get in people's way. People have got way more important things to think about than some fucking camera nerd, right? They don't need me getting in their way. So, right, can you, D-Bridge, hey, what's up, man? Can you recommend any stores in Thailand, Bangkok to trade? That's a difficult one because I don't know about trade in Bangkok. I've never done it. Check out Camera Crafts. They might take trade on some stuff, but I don't know. As for the shops in that electronics mall, again, I don't know. It would be a case by case. You just have to kind of ask. But don't expect to get offered much. Realistically, trade, you never get much. It's just how it is. So, yeah. Go and ask. If in doubt, go and ask. There's a bunch of shops there. Camera Crafts will probably be able to help you out. I don't know about the others. So, oh, right. Okay. Analog Rebel. What place do you recommend getting my M6 serviced? It depends where you are. I would say don't go to Leica. And I'm not bothered about Leica hating me for that because they hate me anyway and they've never really liked me. So I don't care. Right? I'm not beholden to any sponsorships or deals or having to kiss somebody's ass, which is quite refreshing. So, yeah, DAG in the USA, Don Goldberg, he's very good. Also Sherry Crowther, Yorkson as well, YYE. But you've also got other options in Europe, Amsterdam Camera Repair, very good. PPP in the UK is very good. Red Dot is very good. In Japan, you've got Kanto, you've got Sukiya, you've got there's a whole bunch of them in Japan. So yeah, it really does depend on where you're located, but there is a whole load of them. I hope that will some of the answers that I gave you, I hope will help. It's Film Daddy. Give me your street pan, please. If you have any of the original style film canisters left, send them to me, or else. Or else what? What, you're gonna twist my arm, give me a Chinese burn or a wedgie or something? Wet willy? No. I don't have any. I wish I could give you good news and say that I could send you some street pan canisters or even some street pan. But I don't have any, it's all gone and there's no chance of me getting any more. That bridge is pretty much well burned, so yeah. Have you ever seen, I'm Carby, hello, what's up, nice, thanks for the question. Have you ever seen and taken photos of famous strangers, rockabillys in Yoyogi Park on the weekend? I've seen them, I've never taken photos of them. I've seen them, I've been here since 2004, something like that. Yeah, so I've seen them, but I've never taken pictures of them. They famously don't like having their picture taken. Yeah, I've heard stories in the past where they can get a little bit aggressive about it. And I never really thought it was that. I mean, everybody takes pictures of them, so I wasn't bothered by that content. Let's see. Thinking of putting together a new in your bag for the site. It's been a while. Yes, please do. If you guys have not seen in your bag, go and check them out on the website. I'd love to see what's inside your bag. So come and share your in your bag with us. I've had a couple come in this year, but it's been slow. I used to be able to do an in your bag every single day. And then I think 3 or 4 years ago, it just kind of dried up. It was around COVID time. People just stopped sending their bags in. So yeah, I'd love to have an in your bag. If you've got one, send it to me. I'll feature it on the site. It's always good. It gets you some clicks, gets people looking at your work. What's not to like? Win-win. Rico009. So, how are you, JCH? Not bad, not bad. My leg hurts, my hip hurts. I'm getting old, you know. Eyes are a bit gammy, but yeah. I'm planning to swap my 0.72 finder to a 0.58 on my MP. Do you know how much it would cost? Cheers. This will cost a lot. I looked at doing it for my MP6 because I am blind and I would like to be able to see the full frame in the finder, and I shoot at 35mm. So I looked at having it done, and Leica, this was when they offered the service, because I believe they don't offer the service anymore. Leica quoted me the price of over $2,500, I think it was nearly $3,000, and an 18-month wait. And I said, no, like absolutely not, that's not happening. And then I spoke to Don Goldberg, Dag, and he said we would have to find a 0.58 finder. If we can find one, he can replace it for like $600 or something. But, you know, it's finding the 0.58 finder. I don't know anybody that's offering that service now because nobody has the parts. And Leica won't sell them to anyone because that's the way Leica are. So if you do get it done, let me know. I'd love to hear how you got it done. That would be really cool. Excuse me. That would be the sausages. Right. Recently purchased a Leica 3F. This is from Ray Knight 77. Purchased the 3F, and I'm wondering if it's possible to have a Carl Zeiss Jenner rehouse certain mount an LTM camera. You can get some Carl Zeiss Jenners, you can get some of them in LTM, but they are hard to find and they're expensive. There's also, you have to watch out for something. There's a lot of fakes around. Skelaney did a piece on this about how many Russian lenses have been rebranded to Zeiss. So you've got to be aware of that. If you want one rehoused to fit on the LTM, I would say probably you're going to need to speak to a lens conversion company like Skelaney, but it won't be cheap. My recommendation would be to look out instead for 50mm LTM lenses like the Canon 50s, the Nikon 51.4 LTM. Not easy to find and fairly expensive, but a very, very good lens. You also might want to consider Tomioka and the Rokkor lenses. Rokkor made LTM as well, Minolta. God, there's a lot. I could go on. There's a lot of lenses. That's a real rabbit hole there, and you'll find yourself slipping down. I mean, if you've got real deep pockets, the Fujinon, the Zuno, you know, but that's real deep pockets territory. Really deep pockets territory would be the Nikon 50 or the 5cm, the 50mm 1.1 LTM. Now only 220 something of them, 223, I can't remember. 200 and something of them were made, and the last one I saw, the last one I sold went for about $25,000. So that might price you out a little bit on that one, but it's always worth a look. You know, who knows, you might actually have deep pockets. Going to Japan soon. Any recommendations on where to get my film developed? Right, if it's black and white and reversal, no recommendations. I would avoid, because it takes too long. Everywhere will quote you 2 weeks to 3 weeks for black and white and reversal, just about everywhere. Some places will do it faster, Ueno Photo in Shibuya. If you're looking at just getting color, negative film done, Kitamura, Yodobashi, they'll all do it same day. In-store, same day, quality's good, you don't really have an issue. Some films they won't develop. Anything without a barcode or the DX coding, usually they won't touch, because they're afraid that it's been re-rolled, and if it's been re-rolled, there's a chance that it has remjet. If it has remjet, that's their machine screwed, so they're not going to take that risk. So don't be surprised if you have re-rolled film and they say, no, we're not developing that. Just be aware of that. That is an issue. But yes, loads of places, tons of places if you've got color. black and white and reversal, skip it, wait until you get home. Simple. So, let's see. Someone please say Ferraris. You mean Piranha? But yes. I don't think Ferrari needs saving. There's plenty of rich wankers out there who are prepared to spend money on those things. In fact, there's more rich wankers than I've ever seen before. Thanks. You are welcome, Analog Rebel. Migraine 69 for 2069. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Would you recommend Leica 3-cam for my R8? ROM is getting too expensive. Yes, you can get away with 3-cam. ROM is expensive. I've got a 3-cam on my R8. It's not a ROM, and it works just fine. So, yes, you don't have to spend a ton of money to have a nice lens on the R8. I think mine was about $600 for my 50 Summicron. Not even that. Sir, should I should a Canon 80D with 18-135 my lens? Okay, cool. I don't actually know what that camera is in 80D because I don't deal with digital, so sorry, I can't help you there. Yes, love the in your bag segments. Well, they're still there. The website's still there. In fact, you can go and have a look. I did post an in your bag the other day, the first one of the new year, and I am looking for more. If you've got one, send it in. I'm happy to feature it. Put it on the site. It gets eyeballs on your site. Everybody wins. You know, it's a great thing. So, and if you're not comfortable with revealing your identity or something, you can do it with a pseudonym. It doesn't matter. I really don't mind. So, go for it. Super happy with my Voigtlander Nocton 35 1.4. Word is that it's pretty close to the Summicron. Yes, it is. Is it worth me getting anywhere, or is it just bragging material at that point? Do you mean the Nocton 35 1.4 M mount? Because it's not close to the Summicron. Not at all. The Summicron is way sharper. Like, significantly sharper. And you will notice a difference. I would say get the Summicron. Any version of it, doesn't matter. They're all good. All of them are good. But the Summicron 35 is, I think, one of the best lenses that Leica makes. So I have one on my camera. And I love it. It's beautiful. It does everything I want it to do. Though I don't use it much nowadays because I don't shoot this much these days. Mainly because I'm scared of it. It's too valuable. That's what bothers me when these things become too valuable. But yes, JCH, any surprise prepared for Leica 100th anniversary? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Leica completely ignored me for their 100th anniversary. So I don't have anything planned. I would love to do something with Leica. I would love to celebrate it. You know, I mean, I love Leica cameras, and Leica has kind of been my bread and butter for the last years and years and years. And yet, Leica won't have anything to do with me. I'm not welcome at events. I'm not party to any information. I don't get any press releases. They don't talk to me. I heard from somebody who was close to Leica that I'm not even welcome at the Wetzlar. So I don't know, man. Ooh, that's not on. I would love to do something for Leica, and Leica, if you are watching this, I know that you're not, but please let me be involved. It would mean a real lot to me, you know. But there you go. Hope you're doing well, Chad. Yes, I am. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? More importantly, you okay? You safe? You cool? It would be really nice to hear from you. So thank you for sending a message. Panchromatic noise, holy shit. Yeah. Is film just so popular there? No, actually, interestingly, film isn't that popular here. The shift has been mainly forced by Fujifilm, who don't want to be in the market, consider it a loss leader. And I've had somebody in my DMs in the last week, 2 weeks, saying I don't know shit about Fujifilm and I should just shut my mouth, and telling me how Fujifilm is still making film and how dare you and who do you think you are. Well, actually, as far as I know, they're not. They're making Instax, and don't call that film. It's not. It's different. Um, they outsource all of their manufacturing now to China and to the UK and to the US. So they're not, which tells you a lot. It tells you an awful lot. If they're having to outsource it to other countries, it means there's a reason why they're not making it here. And it's either because they don't have the facilities to do so, or they are unable to get the base chemicals used for the process in this country. Either way, it's not being manufactured here. I know somebody who goes to the annual general shareholders meeting with Fujifilm, as they are a major shareholder with Fujifilm. And they told me that they have raised the question during the question time in the in the annual general shareholders meeting, that they they raised the question: is Fujifilm working on film? Is Fujifilm going to continue manufacture film? And Fujifilm stated during that meeting that their focus is on Instax now, and photographic reversal and negative film is not a primary business concern for them. So I'm just going by the information that I've heard from a shareholder of Fuji. But yeah, fuck me, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. They have got massive stocks of film. Fujifilm has massive stocks. People don't realize the scale, I think, of how much film is produced in one batch. One batch will often be over a couple of million rolls of film, right? And you can't sell all of those at once, especially within the time frame of the film degrading and being past its sell-by date. So those films are put on ice, and it's not put on ice as in just individual rolls of film. The pancake, the original master roll of film, gets put on ice, and then when it's ready, they take it out, cut it to size, package it to size, and it goes onto the shelves. And Fujifilm have been doing that. But what they have been doing, which is absolute bullshit, is that they have been continually, steadily raising the price on a product they made previously to force people out of the market and to force people into the Instax and the X system. I remember going to Fuji, having a camera repaired. I took a Fujifilm class to Fujifilm. They were still supposedly repairing that camera. I took it into Fujifilm, and Fujifilm said, it's kind of a pain it's Mendokusai, it's a pain to repair this camera. You'd just be better off in buying an X system camera. They tried to upsell me on an X system when I just wanted a camera repaired. So that tells you a lot about Fujifilm. Anyway, off on a tangent rant there, but there you go. Speaking of re-rolls, what's the go with Kodak pulling back sales of bulk rolls to re-spoolers? I don't know. I think it's because they've probably had issues with... I wouldn't be surprised if they've had issues with some unscrupulous people not removing the remjet properly. Just doing a real half-assed job of it, selling it, and then some labs finding their machines gummed up and ruined. An expensive machine gummed up and ruined. I would not be surprised if that's the reason, because it was previously available to any old Tom, Dick or Harry, and that's why a lot of the labs in Japan just flat out refuse, unless it's like is either Cinestill, Reflex or Marix. Those are the only ones they'll touch. If it's not any of those brands, they won't touch it. I've had rolls of film that people have sent me, and they've just said, yep, no, it's not on the list, we won't do it. We just flat out won't do it. They refuse. Even if you can say, well, it's not even a remjet film. No, we don't know what's inside there, we're not taking the risk. So I think that's probably what's going on. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the ins and outs of that one. Kodak is not my, I don't have any moles at Kodak, unfortunately. Hope you're doing well. Rolls of You. I like that name. Rolls of You. That's kind of cool. Hope you're doing well. I was wondering if you had any advice on Nikon film SLRs, particularly the F3 in my case, that has a film door that's really hard to open and close. Wow, interesting. The film door should be very easy to open and close on the F3. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So it's probably the sticky, which means the seals have degraded and maybe become sticky, or that it might be the hinge might be bent, or it has been forced in some way previously. Pretty easy fix. Most any decent camera repair place could do it. If it's the light seals, you can probably replace them yourselves. If not, you can always get a replacement back door. That might solve the issue. It could be the latch. It could be, and that again is a fairly easy fix. A decent camera repair place should be able to do it. It shouldn't be difficult to open and close the back door on an F3. It should actually be very, very easy. Hi Bellamy, Matt loves Instant. Have you ever been to Contact's place Gokurakudor in Shinjuku? Yes, many times. I have been there many times. I've bought lots of stuff from them in the past. I've had stuff repaired by them in the past. Very good, very nice. They don't like traders. So they won't let you buy lots of cameras at once. You can only buy one or two. But they are very nice, they're very knowledgeable. And they remember I went in there pre-COVID and bought something, and then I didn't go in there again for like nearly 4 years because of COVID. And went back in, they were like, oh, nice to see you. Wow, you actually remembered me. Pretty cool. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. So, yes, Gokurakudor is very good. Well worth it. Overly Exposed. Nice name. Hello, I'm currently in Tokyo. May I check out your physical shop, or is it solely online? Sorry, I don't have a physical shop. Yeah, don't have a physical store. Though, I am talking at the moment to a store in Tokyo, and with the possibility of me doing a pop-up in there, like once a week or twice a week, and me basically running the store and selling their items and my items in store. So that is possibly an option for the future, which could be quite interesting. People get to see what my customer service is like firsthand. See how that goes. Let's see. This was not meant to hurt you. Thanks for the answer. I should have specified my preference for character over sharpness, but still. Yeah, character-wise, I still don't think the Nocton is brilliant. I'm not a huge fan. I would say that the Color Scopar, the 35 2.5, is a better lens character-wise than the Nocton. But each their own. One man's meat is another man's poison, as they say. Some people like that soft look. I actually like that soft look in different cameras. I like the 51.2 on a Nikon. It gives a dreamy effect. It just works. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, Matt loves cameras. Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Wow. Matt loves Instant. Wait, are you posting from 2 accounts, you sneaky monkey? Well done. Yes, Matt. I have answered that one already for you. Very good store. Are you going to be in Tokyo? Is the interesting question. Are you going to be in Tokyo? Shoot you. Hi, I hope you're well. I am. I'm all right. I'm doing okay. What do you think about buying a camera while traveling in Japan? Are there actually better deals like people suggest? Not really. Deals aren't that much different from what you see on prices. You know, this is the thing. Japan wised up to eBay and all of these places quite a while ago, so the prices are not that much different. And the yen is currently quite weak, so you know there are sellers who are taking advantage of that. You do get, as a tourist, you do get 10% tax free. Now, interestingly, supposedly, because people have been cheating the tax-free system, unsurprisingly, particularly traders from mainland China have been cheating the tax-free system. Previously, you would be able to just go in, buy a camera, sign some paperwork, and it'd be tax-free, and off you go, and you could still use the camera. Now, officially you're not meant to be able to use the item. It'll be sealed in a bag, which sucks. But there are some stores that just go, no, I can't be bothered with the paperwork. It's way too much of a pain in the ass. I'll just give you 10% off. Cool, bonus. Yes, you can find some deals. You've got to look for them. But bear in mind that compared to the yen right now, your dollars and euros and pounds and all of this stuff, crazy strong. So you've got buyer's power here, you know. So yes, have a look. I'm sure you can find something. Helps to know. I would love a clinically sharp lens in my bag too. Yes. That Hello Iceland. Okay, Iceland. It's not actually a camera. And here's the thing. It's a toy that just makes a noise. But I was drunk and I was shopping online and I came across this and went, oh my God, a Hello Kitty camera. I've got to get this. And I even messaged one of my friends like, fuck you, I got this. And then when it arrived a couple of days later, I was like, oh, it's not a camera. Well, it's a nice little toy to remind me of when I used to drink too much. And which by the way, I quit drinking for the new year. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, so good. Japan, good morning. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Ooh, space is the place. Your favorite medium format camera lens combo. My favorite medium format camera is probably the Plowbell Machina the 6.7. So it's a lens combo, as in it's fixed lens. That would be my favorite medium format camera. Yeah. I like the Mamiya 7. I like the Fuji GF670, but the one that I really love is the Machina 6.7. I love the lens on it. I love the rangefinder. I love everything about that camera. So that would be my favorite combo. But I don't have one because I don't shoot that much medium format because it's really expensive and developing it is a pain in the arse, and scanning it is an even bigger pain in the arse. So yeah, I don't shoot that much. There we go. Yes, this was meant to hurt you. Yeah, Fuji outsourcing definitely makes me sad. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of the few who loves Ultramax. But I hate that Fuji 400 is essentially that. RIP greens. Yeah, I miss Fuji Premium. I loved that film. Absolutely loved that film. It was fantastic. I loved Fuji Premium. I miss some of the Fuji color films. I really do. It bugs me. You used to be able to just get the Superior and stuff, and it was cheap, and you could just walk it. I mean, it wasn't that cheap, but it was cheap enough, and you could walk in, and there was just tons of it. And then Fuji just went cut. The 400H cut. 400 XX, cut, and then went, oh, why is nobody buying any film? Because you're not putting any on the shelves, and when you do, you keep on bumping the price up by 20%. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and it was planned. So don't get me started on them. That Fuji news is a damn shame. It is a damn shame. I don't think that Fuji has film's best interests at heart. In fact, I know they don't. Fuji not film. But if I put that on a t-shirt, they'll sue the ever-living crap out of me. And they've already tried once, and I don't really want to go through that again. They've got some pretty hardcore lawyers. We implicitly trust you on what's going on behind the scenes at Fuji. To hell with the doubters who show up in your DMs. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I get an awful lot of messages like that and comments like that on socials. Social media is a hellscape now, isn't it? People just say the nastiest things. It's unbelievable. I don't Twitter anymore because fuck Elon Musk. And yeah, I said it. And yes, your phone is listening to you, so whatever. But yes, I said it. Screw that guy. I won't have anything to do with him. Instagram's not going in a very nice direction, unfortunately, because of Meta. But yeah, and they're encouraging, really unpleasant speech, really unpleasant speech. So people will send you anonymous messages saying the most egregious shit with absolute impunity. But yeah, I'll keep on doing what I do. Screw them. Yeah, it's always been that way, except it's just more so now, it's amplified. But yeah, it's always been that way. Don't mind. I just get on with selling cameras because that's what I love doing. And finding out what's going on in the film world. There are some really shady players in this industry who play on people's passion to enrich themselves. I can't name names. I'm not going to name names because I'm going to get into trouble if I do. But there's quite a few people in this industry who talk a big game about how they love love film photography and their passion for it. They don't have any passion for it. They don't have any love for it. They have a love for lining their pockets, and that's that. So, and I'll do my best to I'm not saying expose them, but I'll do my best to, try and make sure that people know what's going on. That's what I try to do. So, where I live, I see more analog camera users than ever. That said, we are looking at the beginning and end of film. We're not looking at the beginning and the end of film. That's an important point. We aren't. People have been saying that for years. I remember when I first started this, before it was JCH, when I was just working by myself out of my living room, right? I only had like 2 customers, and they were regulars. So I was supplying to stores, and even back then, this is like 2010, and the news coming out, and the word coming out was film's got 10 years left, and then it's gone. There'll be nothing left, and it was doom and gloom every time you looked. And it hasn't been the case. It hasn't panned out that way. I think film's getting better. It's getting more popular. There are new films coming out. There's new manufacturers. There's Lucky in China who are making their stuff. You've got another, and they're releasing a color film which is going to be cheap, and this is the thing. It'll be cheap. It probably won't be great, but as things improve, as money is spent, as people get into the product and spend more money on the product, you'll see an improvement in quality. You'll see an investment into the process and the manufacture, which will increase the quality of the products. You've got Phoenix from Arman, and they've committed to improving the recipe over time. You've got stuff coming from Orwo. You've got stuff coming from what's that jelly, or the Fujifilm manufacturer in China, who chances are, when Fujifilm inevitably says, yeah, okay, we're not going to do this anymore because we don't really want to, they won't want to stop producing film, because they've invested quite heavily into it. So they'll produce their own thing, which is exactly what happened with Lucky, because Lucky was the manufacturer for Kodak in Japan, and then Kodak lost the withdrew the rights for that, and Lucky was like, well, we've got this infrastructure, we've got all of this which we invested heavily into, we're not just going to switch it off and throw it away, let's make our own stuff. So yes, I don't think it's the end of film at all. What we need to see now is an investment in the production and maintenance of development machinery on a large scale. There's lots of companies that are making it on a small scale. You've got Ars Imago and Negative Supply and all of these companies, Patson, who are making and Jobo, make really interesting products for the home developer. But you're gonna, sooner or later, people are gonna need to have industrial machines like the Fujis and things like that, and the Noritsus, and there's only so long they can live. So there needs to be more investment in that. You are going to see a shift away from people getting developed at a store and developing a home because it is cheaper, but not everybody can do that, and not everybody wants to do that. They like the convenience of sending it to a store, especially new users. You can't make them develop their own film. So you're going to need to see an investment in that. You're going to need to see an investment in dark rooms, stores, all of this thing. It is going to be a change from what we're used to, and it is changing, but it is changing for the better. So, let's see. So, thoughts about Konica lenses. Random machine. Is there a hype about these lenses for filmmaking? Yes, filmmakers like them very much. I like them. They're not brilliant. I find them quite a little bit anodyne, a bit plain. There's no real defining character to them, but they're sharp and they're well made and they're inexpensive, most of all. They're not bad lenses at all, and they did make a couple of interesting ones. The trifocal lens is cool. So Marcus SME, good morning, hope you're well from Malaysia. I am well, I hope you are too. How's it over there in Malaysia, man? I haven't been for a long time, would love to come back there. Which reminds me, Iceland popped in earlier. We're going to be doing something in the Philippines soon. I'm going to come to Manila in March, and we're going to talk about my book, and we're going to talk about cameras, and we're going to talk about film photography, and we might do a photo walk, and we might do all sorts of interesting stuff. So if you are in Manila, or if you're planning on coming to Manila, or even if you're not, come to Manila, and in March, we'll have details up soon. And we'll have something going on, we'll tell you all about it. But yes, we're going to have some event there, which will be fun. So I do hope you get involved. And hopefully that will spur other places, so maybe I can do one in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. Maybe I could do another one in Bangkok, one in Hong Kong, Singapore. Yeah, I'd love to. So, make it happen, man. So... Thanks for the kind words on my username. You're welcome. I'll take your troubleshooting suggestions for my F3 door. Thanks again. You're more than welcome. Happy to help. I hope it does help. Expand Japan. How would you say the Canon 35 1.5 LTM compares to the 35 Summilux? It doesn't. It's a different lens. This is a 35 1.5, and it is a gorgeous lens. This is a lovely lens. It gained a bit of hype a few years back. The filmmakers, directors and DOPs, they got really into this lens, and all of a sudden you saw lenses which were previously going for like $1,000, $1,500 jumping up to like 10 grand, which was nuts and completely unsustainable. And obviously it didn't stay that way, and now they've dropped back to a fairly reasonable price. They're still a bit more expensive. This one is gorgeous. So I wouldn't say it's close to a Summilux. Summilux, it's a different rendering, different character. The Summilux is sharper. This is a much older style lens. So very nice though, it has that character, which is why it was popular with the filmmakers. Matt loves cameras. Sorry, yes, live dropped out and posted twice. Oops, hoping to be in Tokyo in May. Drop me a line if you are, man. It'll be good to see you. You're welcome to come by the office. So, Jaden, what's up, man? I've got a dual range Summicon from my M6. Great lens, the DR. But the bloody aperture ring is a pain to turn with the clip-on hood attached and fat fingers. Have you heard of any ways of adding a tab? Not to the DR, I haven't. Don't know anybody who adds a tab to those, unfortunately. It's a good idea, though. I wonder if anybody who's enterprising and engineer-minded might take that one on. Let's see. Hey, Plem, what's up, man? How's it going? Morning, mate. Hope stuff is well for you. Anyways, I've got a Zenza Bronica ETRSI with the grip and the prism finders for tryout, and it's an absolute joy to shoot. They are great cameras. I don't sell them because they're a pain in the arse to find, and they break. And then when they break, they are broken. I've actually got an ETRSI over there in a box because it's got a broken mirror. The mirror's split down the middle, so I can't do anything with it. Other than that, it's flawless. It's in the box, it's everything. It's got the lens, it's got the finder, it's got all sorts of bits, but can't sell it because it's buggered. Very nice camera though. Ooh, Analogic Archives. Best camera and lens money could buy for you. Already got it. Showed it earlier. My Leica MP6 with the 35 Summicron aspherical, the black paint. That's my baby. I've had and owned many cameras. A lot of collectible, a lot of rare ones. The Hammertone, the anthracite, the titanium. I've had a Nikon F2 Titan, I've had F3 Titan, I've had all sorts of stuff. The MP was the one I wanted, and the MP was the one I kept. I didn't want to keep a Titan because it's an investment vehicle. It's no longer a camera, it's an investment piece. They're too expensive. I wanted one that I could actually shoot. And now this has become quite valuable to the point that I can't really afford to shoot it. So there you go. Yes, good question. Thank you. Holger 120, wouldn't touch one. No, had plenty of them. Never going to buy one again. Absolute rubbish. Especially when the back falls off mid-shoot. You end up spending more on film than you spent on the camera. Yeah. I never understood this assumption that stuff is cheaper in Japan. When I think of anything in Japan, specifically car parts and cameras, it's because they have all the rare stuff. Exactly. It was cheaper in Japan a while back. Like when, I would say 15, nearly 20 years ago, just because the sellers and traders weren't really that savvy on the internet, on eBay and all of these things. So there were still opportunities, but now they are gone. You want classic bikes, they're just as expensive everywhere else. You want car parts, you want high performance car parts or rare stuff, just as expensive as everywhere else, if not more so. Rare cameras, just as expensive. Yes, you're right. It's an assumption that isn't really true. Just sitting there on some on some random shelf or coffee table. Yeah, they do have stuff just sitting there on some random shelf or coffee. I walked into a camera store a few years back, and I'm looking at, and it was a tiny place. They didn't really have much. It wasn't really a camera store, so more of a supply place that did some repairs and had a few bits and bobs. They had a Nikon prototype on the shelf. And I said, is that for sale? And they said, not really, but we'll tell you all about it. And I knew that meant, well, yes, it is for sale if you've got the right money. And then they proceeded to pull out blueprints for that said prototype because it was literally the only one. Just nuts. This country is nuts. Yeah, speaking of cars, I've got a friend who's got a car here which is insane, like a Tommy Chiara, and you don't see those. You just don't see those, and it's just sitting in a random garage that you would walk past and wouldn't even look at, and it's this like dream car for so many people. It's mad. Is it expensive to fix a broken self-timer on a Mamiya 7? It can be. Not that expensive, but it can be. Depends what you define as expensive. I'd say at least 30 to 40,000 yen. Fuji Industrial was good. I wish I had known before it was all gone. Yeah, that stuff was brilliant. The Gyomyu film, yeah, the Fuji Industrial, that stuff was fantastic. And I used to buy it in 200 roll boxes. Because initially you could buy it from some of the stores just in individual rolls, and then Fuji went, actually, you're not meant to be able to do that. It's only meant to be able to be sold in boxes. And they put their foot down, had a big stinking huff, and made sure that everybody couldn't sell it. So then you would go to Yahoo auctions and places like that, and you'd just buy it in boxes of 200, and then people would say, hey, I want 20 rolls, and you'd pair it out and then keep like 30 rolls for yourself. Not anymore. Yeah. Cough and cold, man, strange lump in my throat. Oh dear, I hope you're all right. Yeah. Purcell Riley. Cough, FND, absolute grubs. Yes, FND, absolute grubs. I am not even ashamed to say it. I will happily call those people out. Grubs. Yeah. Scammers. Liars. Especially interesting considering they consider themselves to be Christians, but there you go. Yeah. What do you use for scanning in 35 developed film? Flatbed scanner, Plus Tech. I don't have anything right now. I've got a Plus Tech. Not a Plus Tech. I've got a Pack On, but I hate it. It's a nightmare to use. It's a pain, so I don't use it. I have a crappy quality flatbed, which again, it's not worth it. and that I can't even get the driver to work on it anymore. So right now I don't have an option. I would like one of the new Plus Techs. Quite expensive though. Don't seem to be available in Japan yet. We'll have to see on that one. Yeah, I would like a new scanner, so I've got to figure that out. Oh, Mark Roderbush. Hey, what's up, man? Be well. Yes, thank you. You too. Please have an event in Malaysia. Well, if you ask your local camera store or your bookstore or whatever, if you can get them to get me out there, yeah, I'll do it, man. Absolutely. Speaking of photo walks, do you have any tips on hosting a photo walk? Thanks. Yeah, don't. It's a nightmare. It's like herding kittens. It's a pain. And I would say keep the groups small. Yeah. Some people get real... I worked with one guy and got real greedy, and I said, look, I don't really want to have more than 5 people with me. I don't think I could handle that in Tokyo. Turn up and there's like 25 people for me. I'm just like, what? And just because, you know, he wants to get as much as he can, you know, extract as much value as he can out of it. And it leads to a degradation in the quality of the photo walk. You don't get to speak to people, and people are there because they want to not just have a photo walk, but they want to speak to you. They want to get some knowledge, or they want to share with you what they do. And if there's 25 people, it's like having a classroom with 50 kids. The teacher doesn't have time, right? You know, yeah, keep it small. Keep it small and just enjoy it. Andy O'Drew, is the Leica M3 overrated? No, it's not. It really is that good. This is a great camera. It is absolutely purposeful. It does exactly what it's meant to do, and it does it very well. And it's still fantastic value for money, considering the age of the camera. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like the M3. How do you feel about the Olympus Pen EES2? I have my eye on one at the moment. I've only used one briefly. I'm not a big half frame guy, you know, so I've not really used them that much. I know that the lenses are very good. Anything Mikami in that sort of era, an Olympus, is going to be good. So, have you ever signed a Japanese Shikishi square autograph board? Yes. I have not. No. I'm not that famous. Not in Japan. People don't really give a shit. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, it would be kind of cool, but the camera stores don't really care. You know, some of them, there's a couple of them I have literally been going into for nearly, 15 years, and they still don't know my name. They don't give a shit. They just don't care. I'm just another foreigner to them. So, I don't know. I don't think I'll be signing one of those anytime soon. Oh, and to add on to my never-ending wish list of wish lists, I would like an M3 in black and double stroke, Iceland. You've got deep pockets for that, because you're going to need them. An original black? Well, the double stroke. Did they make double stroke black paint? I think they were only single strokes. I can't remember. I'll have to look that one up. But, I mean, we can get a repaint for you. That's a different thing. That's a different thing entirely. You know, you want a repainted M3. Jun, jun, jun. And this is a double stroke too. Ju, 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 ju. This one's gorgeous. That is by Kanto, and it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. This one's called The Reporter. Yeah, repaint, not an issue. Original paint, starting to get into the $20,000 to $30,000 territory right there. So, any cheaper 35mm lens recommendation for Leica M? Yes, there is one that is very, very, very cheap indeed. The Voigtlander Color Scope R 35mm 2.5. It will cost you $300, brand new, $300, like 350 maybe, or something like that. And it is fantastic. It's sharp, it's well balanced, it's tiny, brilliant build quality. Yeah, I can't recommend that lens highly enough. Really, really worth buying. Some of the Chinese lenses, the Thaipoc, the 7 Artisans as well, good value for money. what are your non-Leica LTM lens recommendations? Canon lenses, Nikon lenses, although they are harder to find and more expensive. The Canon LTM lenses are ubiquitous and they are inexpensive, great quality. The Japanese Summicron, the 35 f2, or the 35 1.4, or the 50 1.4, 35 1.5, sorry. Brilliant. The Rokkors, the Tomiokas, there's a lot. There are a lot. There's the Fujifilms. I mean, you can really go on there. So, yeah. Jaden, I pulled out the 3G the other day. Forgot how old those buggers are. It's pushing 70, but you'd never know from the condition. That's just it. Leica M3, 3Gs, M2s, 50 years old now. Still cranking that hog. Yeah, don't underestimate the Voigtlander. Don't underestimate the Voigtlander 35mm Ultron. No, I don't. Nazir, what's up, man? Hope you're well. Good to see you. So yeah, we're getting close to, well, not getting that close to time. I mean, I'm still happy to talk if you want to. But I did say that there would be some giveaway stuff. So what I'm going to be doing, in the next few days, I'm going to have, I've got a few things that I've been sent by some lovely people. I've got these analog photography notebooks by Vetro. These are brilliant. Got a couple of those. I'm going to be giving those away. So keep your eyes peeled, because I'm going to do it probably on Instagram or something like that. I also have the this from Kex. This is their KF01 flash. This is very cool. I liked it. It reminds me of the Contax flash, the TLA. Really cool. Like it very much. This is very interesting little thing. I'm going to be giving that away as well. I don't keep these things I get sent, because I don't really use them, and they'll sit here and gathering dust, and it's silly. So why doesn't somebody else who actually wants it have it? So I'm going to be doing that. The Kex, yes. Also, I had this KMQ from Kex, which they sent me. A tiny, weeny little meter, this thing. Absolutely tiny. I'll be giving that away too. So there'll be another thing for that. Do that one separately. And also this. Now this came through the other day, just before Christmas. This is very interesting, especially for somebody like me who has gammy eyes. This is, let's see, switch that on. Unless the batteries run out while I've not used it. This is a LD meter, a laser meter, a laser rangefinder meter actually, for getting accurate, yeah, the batteries run out, for getting really accurate rangefinder so you can tell distance. And this is great for me because my eyes are rubbish. I've got shit eyes. If I could have anything, I wish I could have good eyes, but I don't. I also wish I could have a six-pack and all of these things, but I wish I had good eyes. But unfortunately, my eyes are shit. So they sent me, the lovely people at Chitech, I think it's Chitech, or Chitech, I don't know. But they sent me this lovely rangefinder thing, and it's even got this really cool thing. So another part of it, check out this. This is badass, right? And this is another laser, part of the laser finder. And this goes on and you can range find with this. And it's connected to this bit as well. And there's a clamp that you can connect it to. So it goes onto your camera and you can range find and you can get accurate distances, which is great for somebody like myself who's got crappy eyes, or if you're not sure of the accuracy of your rangefinder of your lens, then this can take all of those headaches away and make sure you get an accurate shot every time. Really cool idea, and it looks military chic, which some people love. It looks kind of cool. I'm also going to be giving this away as well, so that's going to be part of what we give away, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to be doing that in the next week or so. Yes, and there'll be an opportunity to get all of these things. I will do a giveaway, and that will be really cool. So keep an eye out for that. Also, how's the book doing? I hope it's doing great. It's doing very well. It's getting better. Do go and check it out on Amazon. There's a few reviews up there now. People seem to really like it, which is very heartwarming, and thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart that people do like it. I'm going to be doing events, hopefully in the next few months to promote the book, so that would be kind of cool. Battery's good. Yes, battery. Well, the battery would be good if I charged it, but I didn't. So the battery on that's dead. 6-pack of beer. No, because I stopped drinking beer. Yeah, there you go. We're Wicked. I should add it to that Soviet photo sniper. It wouldn't get you into any trouble. No, that would be just fine. Also, we've got a load of really cool cameras. This is a new in the box Nikon F6. Late serial number on this one. It's 30301. Okay, so one of the later manufacturers of this. This has also had the firmware checked and upgraded by Nikon, so this is good. And I've got a bunch of really cool cameras and lenses in at the moment, including this, which you should probably go and buy if you should go and buy. This is a Schneider Kreuznach Kompanon S, the 52.8, which has been modified and adapted to M-mount, and it has got it's got this lovely little aperture. It's not many blades. It's an industrial lens, so it's like a 7-blade lens aperture. It's got this smooth focus, very interesting little lens. Pick that up. That's available on the site now. Got a whole bunch of other stuff coming in or just come in. Got a whole bunch of large format stuff in at the moment, so you might want to check that out. What's your thought on the 35 Lux pre-aspherical? Massively overhyped and hard to find now. They've become really a nightmare to find, and I used to be able to find them fairly easily, and all of a sudden everybody and their dog wants one of those, and it's become very, very difficult to find them, and people are actually paying to have them painted now because they want black paint and stuff. So yeah, bit of a nightmare. Analogic Archives, very interesting. Love the M-mount adapted lenses. This one's cool. It's available on the site, so somebody should go and get it. It's the only one as well. Also, got a new store for merch because spring wasn't kicking it. In fact, spring sucked, and had to kitten to the curb and say no thanks, not anymore. You're not doing it for me. So got a new merch store doing with fourth wall. And the quality is much, much higher. So far, very good. Really enjoyed their stuff. So please do go and grab something. Check out the site. We've got lots of articles. We've got lots of things. Good stuff to read, good stuff to see, good cameras to buy. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, all the copies I saw in Japan are scratched up and very expensive. Yeah, they are. That's the thing. There's a lot of crap out there now. Because there's a lot of people coming from overseas and who are trading their stuff here to buy stuff here. And so you're seeing a lot of stuff come from overseas which hasn't been looked after in the way that Japanese people look after it. So it's not as good, unfortunately. But the prices are still high, which is dark. Oh, got this just come in as well. This is a Bundesregentum. I can't say that in German. I don't speak German. But yes, this is very cool. This is the olive, and this is the Hector. So yeah, that's available on the site, or it will be shortly. So come check it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your lovely questions. I do actually have to go and do some other work now, but please do come and buy something, and drop me a mail if you need any questions, info, anything like that. I'm more than happy to help. This will go on YouTube later on, so you'll be able to check it out. Please do make sure you go and like and subscribe there, follow, and all of that sort of thing. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. Have a great week. Love to you all. Keep on shooting film, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.